Hola, welcome to the Extraordinary Talk. Here we're going to talk about self-confidence.
Going to self journey towards becoming our best version of ourselves and many more.
Hi, Floricel here, an entrepreneur and digital strategist based in Manila. Here we talk about everything.
Hello, my name is Jamie. I'm based here in Abu Dhabi. I'm a digital entrepreneur and a corporate secretary full time. I'm passionate about empowering women, and we're both passionate about learning through self journey, learning about self development, and we're back for another episode of the Extraordinary Talk.
Ah,
Yan! How are
Rabong
you?
ka dyan. It's our last episode for the month of May and exactly it's May 31st. Medyo delay lang tayo kasi it's Tuesday na and it's supposed to be Sunday. Yeah.
Kamusta naman ang last day of the month na ano?
Yeah, I know. Ang
How
bilis
was your week?
nangyayari. 'Di ba?
Ang bilis ng panahon actually. Magde-December na, no?
Wow, kalahati. Di ba puwedeng kalahati muna ng month ay ng year?
Ng year.
Excited. At hindi mo alam, malay mo madaming puwedeng mangyari sa loob ng 6 months.
Oh my gosh, ikakasal ka na ba? Joke lang.
Alam mo na yun,
Pwede.
moms. Malapit na ako sa'yo, gano'n.
Ay, magkikita na tayo.
Finally deserved. So yeah, we're back to another episode of the Extraordinary Talk. I think we're on episode 9.
9? Yes.
Really? Finally? Oh my gosh, finally. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for staying with us. If you're new to this podcast, welcome. And if you're our existing listener, welcome back. So
Welcome back.
yeah, you know that we talk about life, travel, or anything that whatever we want that I mean whatever it is that we want to unpack so that we can all understand, 'di ba? So this is the extraordinary talk. Ay, bongga yun, madam.
Ay, wow. Gusto ko yan.
Ano na yung pag-uusapan natin for today's topic na ulit?
Our topic for today is the part 2 of relationship matters. How do you handle long distance relationship?
Yeah,
Ayan.
or just our thoughts about long distance relationships. Oh my god.
Yes.
This is like I think we just need to do a series about love life, relationships. I think our
Ay!
listeners do love this. No?
Yes. Kinikilig ako. Ay,
Even I'm inspired.
ay, ganon.
Oh yeah, I think there's a lot of long distance relationship these days because I've been seeing a lot of people especially on TikTok like mapapasana all ka na lang 'di ba? Kapag nakakita mo nag-scroll ka na to the point na sana hindi na lang ako nag-scroll sa TikTok kasi ang dami talaga like nakikita and I'm happy that they are working things out and yeah.
And they're happy in their relationship. Hopefully, not just in social media, they're also happy and off camera. Kasi
Yeah.
nga, madami din naman na relationship na masaya nga sa social media, like goals, relationship goals. Pero alam mo yun, they're just portraying yung pinaka-highlights ng relationship
Yeah.
nila. I hope that they're also dealing with the relationship, being happy in real life as well.
It's deep. That's actually deep because there's a lot of people that I know who are posting their perfect relationship on social media, but
Yeah.
um in real life they are really struggling when it comes to their relationships. And I think it's sad. It's sad, diba? So yeah,
Yes.
I think if you found someone you connect with and you love, you probably don't want to break up simply just because you live too far away or dahil malayo sila, 'di ba? Dahil hindi kayo same place. And which is really I mean hard, 'di ba? But the good thing is you can still have like a healthy relationship, like a satisfying relationship with someone even if you only see each other a few times a month or even a year, 'di ba? So, yeah, still being in a long distance relationship takes work, 'di ba?
Yan talaga. It's a work. It's also a choice of the the two parties, not third parties, just two parties together. I think, di ba, kung i-compare mo man yung relationship noon at ngayon, di ba, before, talaga namang walang messenger. They just message, communicate each other through snail mail, through love letters.
Oo.
Pero that's how, if you compare it, grabing strong ng relationship nila before and just now, it's so easy to break up. It's so easy to get to know someone from the internet and build a bond.
With them.
It's a, there's a pros and cons, but at the end of the day, it's a choice of the two parties together to work on the relationship. Kahit man distance, kahit man malayo sila, it's a matter of working out together.
Yeah. And you have to take steps to make sure the both of you and your partner still feel connected and to one another, diba? While not being physically together, if that makes sense. So
Yes.
there's a lot of ways that you can make your partner feel connected, diba?
For you, Bao, what do you think about being in a long distance relationship?
I think long distance is really wonderful, but it's not really for everyone, especially for those people whose love language is physical touch, right? Diba?
Yes.
Pero at least maybe you can make it work. But for me, I think it's really hard. Pero it takes two to compromise, diba? Kasi somewhere I had read, if you want to live together, you first need to learn how to live apart. So that,
Ooh,
yeah, it's
that's
really deep. Right? That's really powerful, right? And how about you?
I think for me, it's not just about being in a long distance relationship, it's about being in a healthy long distance relationship. Kahit man malayo nga kayo sa isa't isa, pero hindi naman talagang strong yung foundation nyo at hindi healthy yung relationship nyo. Mas lalo pag when you set a distance together, mas mahirapan kayo i-work out if hindi kayo healthy in the first place as an individual person, as a single person, like being secured with yourself, being happy, confident, and yung love tank mo is dapat full already. Na hindi, kahit man, if there's someone like your partner entered into your life, kahit man siya malayo, like you are secured with yourself, like you don't need someone to complete you. Dapat yun muna ang foundation for me. And then you have the goals to pursue an identity and a mission, diba? To maintain yung relationship nyo in a long distance. And I hope it makes sense.
Agreed. I mean agreed. Pero things could get complicated as well, and you could get sad and lonely at times, especially if you're in a long distance relationship. Though it happens in every relationship, I believe it's not just in long distance. But however, diba, the extra distance also makes the simplest things parang the sweetest, if that makes sense, diba? Being able to like hold each other's hand, like eating together at the same table, feeling each other's touch, taking a walk. Oh, I relate much ka. Taking a walk together, smelling each other's hair. Yeah, diba? So these small wishes could suddenly mean so much more if you're in a long distance relationship. Diba? Kasi I mean, if you're 24/7 with your partner, kung lagi kayong magkasama, parang itong mga things na to na take for granted just because lagi na kayo magkasama, di ba? Compared kapag nasa long distance relationship ka, it's what you're looking forward into. Yun yung parang
Sabik na sabik ka, makita siya, di ba?
shucks, relate. Hindi naman ako in a relationship, pero parang feeling ko nasa yeah. Diba? So sometimes we want nothing else than to erase distance. Kapag nasa long distance relationship ka, parang gusto na kitang pakasalan, mag-move in na tayo together, dito ka na. Ganon, di ba? So, like,
Felis no nun.
oh, bangga ka dyan, di ba?
Grabe yon. And I know a lot of successful couples, like they've been through a lot and then they decided to go to a long distance relationship and
Mhm.
still find at the end of the day themselves together. Like they know what they want and at the end of the day sila pa rin. Like that's amazing. That's a beautiful love story.
Speaking
Diba? Sana
of
all.
Sana all. Speaking of long distance relationship, so I went to Manila last week, right? Because the main reason is my friend that is gonna leave the country for her to get married in a few months. So dun sa loob ng magkasama kami, we talk about how how did paano nag-work out yung relationship nila. They've
Wow.
been in a relationship since 2018, I believe, and they've been engaged for 2 years, and they waited 3 years to be together. Parang ganon. So imagine that's really a long wait for someone to be like in a long distance relationship. So now she's in the United States. Um, kasama niya na yung boyfriend niya, yung fiancé niya, and they're getting married in July, which is really amazing, di
Wow.
ba? And she's only 25.
Too
Imagine.
young.
Oo, too
But
young. But imagine sa loob sa ganun ka-age, ganun na age na find mo na yung soulmate mo na you wanna spend your life with. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I was literally like crying when she left kasi yeah, I was literally crying. Syempre kasama na dun yung iiwan niya na ako. Parang happy pa rin ako at the
yeah.
same time. But on the other side, na-realize ko na I'm one of those people na hindi ma-experience yung ganung love na yung sa teenage or teenage love or early 20s. I think
Bakit naman? Ikaw na nga nagsabi madaming mangyayari. Madami pang pwedeng mangyari. And you're just
babalikan ko tong
very
recording
young.
natin na to ha kapag mamaya.
Oo.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so
21 pa lang. And she's
20
24.
mag-23 na ako.
5.
Magta-23 na ako this year.
You're still young. Within 2 years, madami pang pwedeng mangyari. And
Babalikan ko
your
to.
friend and her fiancé, saan sila nag-meet? Or they've been
Actually,
friends before that?
we should like guess her, no, about long distance relationship.
Yes, yes, yes.
I actually asked her about it, and she said
Oh.
yes. Oh, meron na.
Uh,
About long distance.
next episode ba?
Yeah, sa series natin about, season 2. So yeah, ayan, may mga dumadaan. Sound effects, boom.
Gusto
Kala ko,
talaga nila mag motorcycle ngayon, no? Ngayong oras na to.
diba? So, for me as well, I believe that LDR is painful yet beautiful. Diba, ang lalim? It makes you learn or experience the truth of life. It gives you strength and makes you stronger day by day. It gives you hope, the courage to face any challenges in life. Ang sound cliche, di ba? Pero yeah, it's really true. It gives you the courage to face any challenge in life badly. Now you really want to win it, especially if you're like in long distance.
And it's just another relationship na and with another circumstances, challenges yung pagiging long distance, which is there's a lot of ups and downs sa kahit ano namang relationship, no? But I know if merong saying na if it's meant to be, it will be. Naniniwala ka ba sa ganon?
Oo naman. Oo naman. It's me believing to the art of wow, may pa ganun. Pero naniniwala.
Like destiny, ganyan. Like it's
But
destiny.
so we make
Kung
our own destiny then. Hindi lang yung naghihintay ka.
Yes, yes. You have to make your own destiny.
Mm-mm. For example, you believe that there's someone out there na for you, but you also have to go out to meet them. Or go out. You just don't stay inside the house.
Yeah. Alam mo yung mahulog na lang si
Hindi mo
husband mo.
meron para sa akin, but you're not doing anything. You're not even going out, or you're not, di ba?
You
You're
should
not
be out
expressing yourself.
there.
you're not exposing yourself out there, diba? So yeah, for me, when it comes to long distance, there are a few ground rules which I've known from my previous long distance relationship. May pa ganun, diba? So yeah, from time to time, you have to make your relationship more beautiful or stronger. So I'd love to mention all of them. All of them. Of course, meron ka din, di ba?
Yes, ikaw
Yeah, like
muna.
the ground rules. Yeah, here's the first one. Oh my God, why am I doing this? I don't even have like a love life that kind of thing. But from my previous long distance relationship. But yeah, both of you need to be like clear with what you expect of with each other, diba? During this long distance relationship. For instance, are you too exclusive? Is it alright for the other person to go on dates? Exclusive na ba kayo? Kunwari, may kausap ka online, malay mo, for you, boyfriend mo na siya, tas siya hindi pala, di ba?
Aray,
What is your commitment
daming ganda
level?
moment.
Ano yung commitment level nyo? 'Di ba? So it's better to be open with each other about all these things. That's the number one rule. Are you guys exclusively dating? Malay mo sa'yo lang exclusively, tas siya, 'di ba?
Siya
Yeah,
pala, no, madami. Hindi
oo.
na ikaw, no? Ang
Yeah,
dami
how about
natin
you?
kausap.
Ano pa ang
Ikaw
feeling mo?
na-experience ko yun before, grabe. Anyway, we learn from our mistakes and we become wiser and stronger.
I love that. Oh,
For
if
me naman, it's about setting up a healthy boundaries.
yeah.
Just like what you said, like, but it has to come first with two healthy people. Like, if you're healthy as a single person, if you come to a relationship, both of you are two healthy people, then the relationship will be healthy. But
Mm,
if you're two broken single person and you come to a relationship, tapos nag-long distance pa kayo, syempre, mas
yung
you're
birth.
pulling each other down, di ba? Mas
Mm-mm.
lalo kayong nagiging toxic. So, first, you have to be healthy. Meaning ready ka mentally, physically, emotionally, and yun nga, yung healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
How many calls will you take? Will you talk to each other? What time? How many days a week? People, how many? Yun nga, sabi mo, people you go out without compromising your beliefs and commitment to each other. You know, yung hindi kayo nagkokontrolan sa each other na dapat wala kang makitang iba, ako lang dapat. Yung parang it comes from insecurity kasi pag ganun, yung pag masyado kang controlling.
Yeah.
Yung iba nga nagsasabi, di ba, I can't live without you. Ah, may ganon. So, kung ano, wala siyang mamamatay ka. Dapat hindi ganon yung sobrang controlling mo. Kasi, you know yourself and you know as a person that you have full of life, you're confident, you have a lot of
Yeah.
self-respect for you and love for you,
You know
na
what you
kahit
can offer.
yes. And of course, yung boundaries nga na, don't do what you think might hurt the other person. Kasi lahat naman tayo, may choice tayo eh. May choice tayo kung mag-cheat tayo, kung mag-entertain tayo ng iba. It's always a matter of
Yeah.
choice.
You can control the other person, 'di ba? Huwag ka mag-cheat sa akin. Mga ganun. So
Oo.
you can't
Yung
really
wala.
control them. For me, connected to that, it is really unwise to be overly possessive, 'di ba? You two don't really have to communicate 12 hours a day to keep the relationship going, 'di ba? There are a lot of people that I know stalking 24/7. It might work for you, but for me, sa akin, you don't need to communicate 12 hours a day. Parang dire-diretso to keep it's parang many couples think that they need to compensate for the distance by talking more.
Mm.
Malayo tayo,
And
lagi tayong magka-video call,
ordinary na, no?
'di ba? Malayo tayo sa isa't isa, dapat lagi tayong magka-video call.
Ay,
This is
parang
not true.
para pag gano'n na by that time, kailangan mag-usap tayo, parang nagiging routinary na siya at nagiging
You have to keep the relationship exciting, like
yeah.
unexpected kind of thing, diba? So it can only make the situation worse, na make things worse. Yung laging nag-uusap 24/7, like soon you would get tired of like loving, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
diba? So remember this for me, less is more. So it's not about spamming. Kasi you are only going to exhaust yourself, like yourselves, the two of you, diba? So it's really about teasing at the right moments and tugging at the right spots. You have to know when to enter. Boom.
Tsaka, ewan ko, kasi hindi ako yung gaanong clingy, like, oh,
Yeah.
kumain ka na ba? Nasaan ka na ba? Nakauwi ka na ba? Ayoko ng ganun.
I
Like,
think that's a very
take
Filipino thing
topic.
to do.
Yeah. Okay lang yung good morning, good night. I
Yeah.
miss you. Yan. Pero yung kumain ka na ba?
Anong kinain?
I love you. Ganyan, ganyan. Parang,
Nakagat ka ba ng lamok? Amin na yung lamok,
oo.
papagalitan ko. Oh my God.
Aray ko.
So, ano pa yung ibang ano mo for you?
I
Ground,
mean, that's for me. Yeah.
yeah.
Pero iba, that's their love language. So, it works for them. But for me, I
Ikaw,
have other things that I want to do. Yan.
ikaw, ano pa yung other ground rules mo for long distance relationship?
For me is the communicate the good and the bad. Like, yun nga, yung choice for the both of you. You have to have the main objectives. How long are you going to be in a long distance? Diba? You have set out a plan. Like 2 years, dapat ganito. We're building our career. Ang main objectives is to prosper yung business ko, and then later on, family, and then later on, mag-focus na with building up a family, starting up a family, ganyan. Well, sometimes love is hard and letting go is an easier option, 'di ba? Parang pag long distance kasi, parang ang dali na lang mag-let go, isang message na lang, "Oh, I can
I can
sorry, it's not
anyway.
working out for me and we have to end up."
Yeah.
And yun, 'di ba? Ganun na lang ba kadali? In this way, you have to remind yourself that love relationship will have ups and downs. That you're two imperfect people, but choosing to love one another despite of the downfalls, despite of what circumstances. It's about choosing to forgive, communicate, choosing to serve one another, and make sacrifice every single day. You choose to love through the hard days, kahit man itsura niyan, di ba? Kahit magkasakit yan, in nga yung true sickness and in health. Wow, marriage na agad. But that's relationship kasi. It's about partnership, serving one another,
Think struggle.
knowing their deepest. Yes, knowing their deepest, darkest secret, pero you still love and appreciate that person kahit ano man yung mistake niya before, you still forgive and forget.
Yeah.
But you learn, be wiser kasi syempre hindi naman lahat fina-forgive natin, hindi naman lahat fina-forget natin. Yan, being open without judgments, napaka-importante yan.
I think it just doesn't apply to long distance relationships, but to every relationships as well. Diba? So for me, another ground rule for a long distance relationship is that you need to greet each other. I mean like I love you. I mean like every single day. Even if hindi kayo nag-uusap 24/7, pero good morning, I love you, ganun na update, di ba? So I think for me, this is a must. Like we may not talk the whole day, but I love you means a lot. I mean, yeah, this is a must. Kasi on top of that, you might need to update your partner on your life. Like, hindi naman need to 24/7, di ba? So, you can send each other's pictures, audios, videos from, di ba? Parang, yeah, kasi for me, video call is like a good option as well because looking at each other's eyes and hearing, parang ganun. Alam mo, ako kinikilig.
Ay, naalala ko siguro. I'm not
Ay, hindi
sure.
Baka meron nga. Char. Yeah, char. Yeah, for me, yan, isa yan. Short, but yeah. You need to reach each other, I love yous. For me, this is a must. You might need to, I mean, oh my gosh, you may not talk 24/7, pero good morning, I love you, I'm going to have my day. Yeah, I love.
Have a ako, sinasabi ko, have a fantabulous day. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Ganyan, simple lang ako for me.
Mm. Tinitigan. O, ikaw, meron ka pa ba?
Feeling ko yun ang love language mo is words of affirmation or words, right?
Yeah, words of, oh my gosh, tayo na ba talaga ang for each other? Bro.
Feeling ko ano mo. For me, number 3 is yung surprise.
Yeah.
Be proactive, like surprise him, do crazy things, do crazy shits, and think outside the box. Kasi para bang hindi na maging, hindi boring yung long distance, like,
Yeah.
call lang, through messaging, dapat surprise, may pa-surprise visit, may, surprise gift, like do crazy things that makes you more appreciate or mas ma-communicate mo yung love mo sa tao
Yeah.
through
Especially, yeah.
their yeah. Yan.
Especially if their love language is like receiving gifts.
Yes.
You have their address, and from or maybe every month, every 2 months, you can send them flowers unexpectedly. That means a lot. Or maybe a letter. Di ba?
Gusto ko yung mga ganon.
Another
Wow.
ground rule for me is that if you already know that you're going to the club or maybe going drinking or with a group of friends, syempre hindi mo maiiwasan pag long distance relationship kayo, you have a life outside the relationship.
Yes.
Diba? So, but you need to know what are the rules. I mean, like, not, I mean, ano yung mga dapat mong hindi gawin, ano yung dapat, di ba? You need to tell your partner beforehand so that you can reassure her or him, or yeah, not just her but him. When you're going out and you're in a long distance, you need to tell your partner or reassure her. Hindi naman need na detail, pero hi, I'll be out with a friend, ganito, ganyan. I'll text you when I get home so that she won't be like worried, di ba? So, yeah, number 2 is like, don't be careless about this sort of matter because your partner is only going to be suspicious kapag hindi mo siya tinel or sinabi. And of course, magiging upset yan because you are putting him or her in a position where she feels or he feels powerless or lacking in control. Kasi
Or
'di ba?
worried.
It could be easy for you to fall into the trap which you unconsciously or not, or yung parang sinet up mo yung sarili mo mismo. Like, nag-hangout ka sa office mo, like maybe malay mo, di ba? Kung ano isipin ng partner mo, ganun. Just reassure her or him. Di ba?
Yeah, that I'm just going out with friends.
Yeah.
Like that. Only that. I remember one time, nakaka-relate ako sa sinabi mo kasi one time we were supposed to hang out during the day, but then meron siyang some his friend nag-invite sa kanya papuntang Dubai. So nainis ako. So sabi ko, okay, so cancel na. Okay, take care. Ganun ako pag nainis ako, which is alam naman niya. Tapos yun, sinabi niya na don't be mad. It's just with friends, ganyan. Tapos, I'm okay. Be happy, enjoy, ganyan. So, alam mo dapat sa sarili mo na the trust should be there. Like,
Yeah.
kung walang trust, then there's no relationship. Diba? Kung pinag-question mo yung every motive ng partner mo, then what's the point, diba? Kung lagi ka nagki-question, saan ka papunta? Like, kung you don't trust a person, then what's the point of being with that person?
For real though. I mean, without the trust, there's no relationship. You're really true to that. I mean, agree. Diba? So, I think also meetings are the highlight of every long distance relationship. You have to have an endpoint. Parang ganitong date tayo magkikita. Kasi 'di ba, after all the waiting for so long, you finally get to meet each other to fulfill all the little things like kissing, holding hands, which are all common in a relationship to other couples. But yeah, so very special and extra intimate. Kasi ang hirap nung nasa long distance relationship ka tapos hindi mo alam kung kailan kayo magkikita. Wala kayong
Yeah.
exact date. 'Di ba? You have to have an endpoint
Mhm.
meetings. 'Di ba?
Like, until when kayo magiging long distance relationship?
Yeah.
Kasi dapat may hangganan eh.
Hindi
Kasi
naman kayo
kung
pwedeng pen pals forever.
yeah, ang hirap nun. Tapos may family kayo. A family should be together. A partner should be together. Kahit man mahirap yan.
Yeah.
Kahit man mahirap yung sitwasyon nyo, but you choose to stay through together, ayun, dapat merong plan, timeline, 'di ba?
Yeah. Also, for me, you have to talk about your feelings of fear, insecurity, jealousy, or whatsoever to your partner. Because if you try to hide anything from your partner, that secret will sooner, will sooner or later swallow your pride and yung masaswallow up ka inside, 'di ba? So
Mhm.
you don't need, don't try to deal with things all by yourself. Kasi nandiyan yung partner mo eh. Para saan pa nandiyan siya. So be open and honest with each other. Let your partner help you and give you the support you need, 'di ba? So it's better to look oh, ayan, grabe talaga sa mga sasakyan na to. It's already 12 midnight, diba? So it's better to look at the problem during its initial stage than to disclose it when it's too late.
Agree ako do'n. Be more open, be more vulnerable, like
Mm,
what's your concern at the beginning para hindi mag-build up and then mag-burst ka to your partner, which is not a good thing.
mm. Speaking about that as well, you have to have a goal in mind. Connected siya sa meetings like endpoint, diba? What do you want to achieve at the end of the day? Are we in a relationship to um just for the sake of being in a relationship, or how long are we going to be apart, diba? What about the future? Because these are the questions that you two need to discuss among yourselves. It's important to talk about this. Like the truth is, no couple can be in a long distance relationship forever, diba? You have to have an endpoint, so eventually we all need to settle down.
Yes, baka you've been dating for 11 years long distance, 'di ba, anong ginagawa niyo? Dating lang. So, there has to be an endpoint. Yun nga
Yeah.
yung sabi mo. I agree to that.
How about you? Ano pa? Meron ka pa ba?
For me, that's it.
Yan,
Basta hindi
alas. Oh, kasi alas, I would conclude na you are miles apart from me and yet we still share the same sky. I've read this somewhere, di ba? Oh,
Aw,
so yeah, for me, if you're in a long distance relationship, always set a date in the near future para there's something for you to look forward to talaga. Kasi ang hirap nung wala kayong end goal, tapos di mo alam kailan kayo magkikita, wala na. Ano, pen pals na kayo forever, paulit-ulit ano.
yes. Kailangan siyempre yung ka-chat mo online, 'di ba? There has to be an endpoint to that. If you have developed yung feelings niyo, someday you have to meet and conclude man kung ano man yung nararamdaman niyo. Yung sa mga listeners natin,
If you're
take
in a
risk
long
and
distance
confess.
relationship, if you're in a long distance relationship, you need to take notes.
Yes,
Ang take
most
away ko sa
important.
podcast na 'to, mami, ay madam, ay you have to have an end goal if you're in a long distance relationship. Like, you need to have like something to look forward to, like a goal in mind. Yun yung sa'kin pinaka.
For me naman is yung communicate the good and the bad. That's for me. And that means choosing to love each other despite the downs and ups of life.
Fight the distance.
Yes, despite the distance, despite the mistakes or fights, you choose to love each other.
So yeah, I think that's it for our episode 9, thoughts on long distance relationship. And yeah, thank you for sticking around, people.
Thank you, beautiful people, for being here with us on our ninth episode. We hope you learned from a lot.
Yeah, so see you on our next episode, which is episode 10 in June. Bye.
Wow. Bye. See you in June. Bye.